Today's horror manga dubbing narration is Merry-Go-Round, from the horror anthology 100 Ghost Stories of My Own Death by Matano Anji. If you enjoy the video at any point in time, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the merry-go-round. Our tale begins with a young girl and her father visiting an amusement park when she says to him,
"Daddy, I want to ride it one more time."
He replies to her saying, "Oh, really? Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Come right back to me after though." But then, that's when he notices something and she runs off. "Kane!" But she doesn't listen. She grabs onto the ride, hoisting herself up saying, "Watch me, Daddy." But her leg slips when she tries to get up and she falls toward the ground, and then time passes by and the man holds a dear family photo in his hand, sweat dripping down each pore of his skin and his hand quivering. "I'm so sorry, Kane. I'm sorry." The man continues to sob as the wife leaves through the front door, slamming it behind. The man, you see, continued to drown himself in his sorrows, guzzling down drop of alcohol after alcohol. Few years pass, and the man finally has gotten his life together, and he decides to visit that amusement park once again, particularly the merry-go-round. He lays down a bouquet of flowers and thinks to himself, 5 years have already passed since the accident. Please, forgive me, Kane. All this time I couldn't bring myself to come back here where it happened." Then he notices a sign in front of the gate. "Entry forbidden." He ignores the sign and lets himself inside, placing his hand on the very merry-go-round horse where it happened. That's when it appears his imagination is getting the better of him. There's blood on the horse. He walks up toward the stage. Oh man, it only feels like yesterday that we came here. And the wind continues to blow. But then, in a strange chain of events, this music. I thought the ride was inoperable now. But the music continued to blare. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Turned around, peering around the pillar, and what he saw was the silhouette of a little girl running around the stage. It had to be Kane. Could never forget those little buns of hair he had done for her that day. It was unmistakable. He chased after her with all his might, calling to her, Kane? But the ride continued to zoom around. It was beginning to be dangerous. The horses swirled around him at a tremendous speed. And then, on one of the horses, he saw her silhouette. It had to be her. He knew it. He thought to himself, Kane? But all she said to him was 2 eerie words.
"Get out."
The words were otherworldly and not of her voice. He thought to himself and said, "Of course, you have a right to be angry. It was my fault. Because of my carelessness, I should have come to see you so much sooner." She didn't reply, and the music waned on as the horses began to pick up even more speed. Then, one of them stopped behind him and said,
Get out.
Each and every one of the horses continued to utter those same two words, "Get out," each of them being to the beat of the music of the merry-go-round. The whole experience was completely surreal. The horses began to get anthropomorphic traits, and he saw his daughter riding on them. They uttered one after another,
Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
He ran as fast as he could, trying to get off the stage, but then the wood snapped, his foot falling into the stage as he fell toward the ground. Thankfully, he landed off the stage as if something had given him an extra push, slamming his head against the metal bar. And then, the whole entire merry-go-round began to snap and come down, crashing toward the foundation in which it was made. The ride where Kanae's soul was resting is coming crumbling down. Hey, you! Get away from there! Quick! Didn't you see the off-limit sign? That thing had been on the verge of collapse for a while now, and you thought it was a good idea to just walk onto it? Goodness gracious. Don't you realize you could have gotten caught up and died under the debris? Then the man picked up his phone talking to someone. We have to get this cleaned up ASAP. The poor father. He thought to himself. Things were finally clear. He realized. Kanae, don't tell me that you... Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to my Patreons and YouTube members. Sarah de Jesus, Motosurf, Cleo, Dason Animus, Alleyway, Pteranodon Girl 1, and Myuu. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you're important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.